Chapter 327. Alex frowned immediately. He was not a member of the Richard family. He did not have the so-called family bond and blood relations with them. Therefore, he could tell at a single glance that Lady Richard was up to one of her bitter tricks once again. The Richard family was now in a desperate situation. If they could not revive the Richard group, it would unquestionably fall apart, and the old lady would instantly fall from the top to the bottom. Lady Richard was someone who had worried about her face and reputation all her life, and she would rather die than accept the fact that she would be poor and destitute. Therefore, she had to rack her brain to find a way to turn things around for the Richard family. First, she had tried to bully and trick Emma into joining the Richard group again. However, Emma did not give in to her request. After that, she had tried using money to try to get a breakthrough from Elaine. However, Elaine failed to convince Emma into returning to the Richard group. Now, she was trying to target Trump so that she could find a breakthrough as soon as Trump caved in. This might very well be her last chance. Meanwhile, Trump was already falling for her trap. He could feel the knot in his heart loosening, and the respect that he had already lost for his mother suddenly reappeared in his heart. Trump shed tears before he said, "Mom, I do not blame you at all. I know that I am not as capable or as smart as my elder brother. I know that I was not born to be a great or successful person. I must have disappointed you a lot. I am sorry." Lady Richard grabbed Trump's hand tightly before she choked and said, "Good son. You are my good son. As long as you understand my intentions, it is completely worth it, because even if I die today, I can die in peace." At this time, Harold's father hurried forward as he sobbed and said, "Mom, don't always speak about dying so easily. Trump and I have already lost our father. We cannot afford to lose you too, Mom." After wiping the tears off her face, Lady Richard said, "As long as the both of you have my best interests in your heart, I will be smiling even if I die tonight." Then, she continued speaking, "The both of you are brothers, so you should always take care and look out for one another. If both of you are united and of one mind, you will definitely be invincible. As the saying goes, when two brothers think alike, it is more than gold can buy. If both of you can stick together and remain united, I will not need to worry about the Richard family anymore. We will undoubtedly be a very strong and powerful family." Harold's father nodded in acknowledgement when he heard his mother's words. "Mom, you are right. I understand now. From now on, I will make sure to work hand in hand with Trump to make the Richard family even stronger than it is now." Trump had a very excited expression on his face, and it was clear that he had already fallen for the old lady's tricks. Alex could not help but sigh because the old lady was truly amazing. She had all sorts of tricks up her sleeves, and she could actually manipulate and convince Trump so easily by just saying a few words. Still, this was what he had already expected. Trump was also moved by his mother and his brother's words, and he sobbed as he said, "Don't worry, Mom. I will work together hand in hand with my elder brother in the future." Lady Richard was very excited and happy when she heard his words, and she blurted out, "Good. Good. Great." At this time, Lady Richard turned around and looked at Harold and Olivia, who had their heads lowered and had been keeping silent all this while. "I want both of you to apologize to Emma and Alex now. Even though both of you are not really Emma's brother and sister, you are all cousins no matter what it is. Blood runs thicker than water, so how could both of you mistreat Emma and Alex all the time?" Having said that, the old lady glared at Olivia before she shouted, "And you, Olivia? How could you try to hit your own cousin at the opening ceremony today? Who gave you the courage to do so? I want you to apologize to your sister now." Harold and Olivia lowered their heads and bowed before they said with great piousness, "Emma, we know that what we did before was wrong. Please forgive us. We will never do anything to hurt you again in the future." Emma was a little caught off guard at this time. This was because this was the first time she had ever seen Harold and Olivia apologizing and admitting their mistakes in such a humble manner. She knew that both of them had to be struggling internally to put their pride aside and apologize to her. However, since both of them had already apologized, Emma also replied kindly, "It's okay. We can just forget whatever happened in the past." Lady Richard was overjoyed, and she quickly said to Emma, "Emma, your father is still in recovery now, so it is very important for us to take good care of him. Even though the Richard family villa might be a little old, the environment there is definitely better than the community you are currently living in. Why don't you and your whole family move back into the Richard family villa?"